Hi everyone, this is Matthias Gelber. He is an international speaker and environmental activist known for his inspirational talks on greenery. So the first time the ageproperty.com actually spoke to Matthias was about a year ago, where he was showing us the house that was still under renovation. But today he'll be showing us the complete house, and we're so excited to see what is in store for us. So Matthias, tell us a little bit about the house. How big is it and how long did it take for you to complete it?
Yeah, good to see you again, Natalie. We took about 5 months roughly to do the house, but we did it as an experiential project. But the idea was to make it affordable and to learn as much from the experience of doing it, and volunteers and contributors to get inspired that yes, we can do it, green is possible, and green is not too expensive either. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be nice if we have that here in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia? And then one thing that I've always been frustrated with, I've always campaigned for energy efficiency. And I have always said we need to live without aircon, then we save a lot of electricity. So I want to inspire people, especially the young generation in Malaysia. Green living is cool, green living is fun, green living is affordable. It can actually save you a lot of money in the long term.
Of course, you don't have to have an aircon, right? You can have all this kind of different technology, green technology to help you to live more comfortably, right? Okay, sure. Why don't we take a look at the house? Inside,
we actually have a product called Duralite that's inside. This is wood wool cement. It's sustainably planted wood in Malaysia. It's lightweight and it insulates. So the whole idea is to keep the envelope lightweight and to at the same time keep the heat outside. Then we have used recycled steel from gyprock as a frame for actually making the house. Normally, you don't use it for house structures because it's not load-bearing. It was structurally strong enough for this kind of construction. And then on the outside here, this is actually a wood replacement as well to make the house look a little bit more interesting and a little bit more cool.
And I see that you have also some wheels down there. So this house is transportable anywhere?
Yeah, we have had it already at other locations in KL. This is basically transportable, but you need to lift it on the back of a lorry. The second version will be on a trailer with the government permits to actually drive it around in the country. Because one of my visions is I would love to have this tiny home go to schools, colleges, universities. We're kind of getting ready for that, and we want to make it a movable mini green technology exhibition, so to say.
I see. And I see that the size of the house is about a car park lot, lot size, 2 car park lots, right?
It's about 12 square meters, so it's a tiny home. If you change your lifestyle, you want to move somewhere else, the house can move with you. But we wanted it to be slightly elevated, like the Malay kampong house, to have the air circulation supported. But we're still experimenting with some things, how we can optimize it. And if people want to come here and see, we've always been, yes, have a look, learn from it. Let's all make a greener Malaysia, a greener planet.
Definitely. Right, Matthew, so what is this here? I see like it's a camera, or is it like a LED light or something?
Yeah, looks like a camera, but it's actually a light, LED light, as you say, to keep the power consumption as low as possible. And it's powered by the solar system.
I see. So that means you have solar panels on top of the house?
Yes. We have a very small solar panel on top, 65 watt. A local company, Suncrox, they sponsored it, and it's working very well. It's basically the panel on the roof, then a battery, the cables that go into the battery, then USB chargers, and it's all connected to the different appliances. Some lights inside. Then we have a pump that pumps the water for the shower and for the sink. It's all the basic things that you need in a home. We have no connection to the external grid. We are completely off-grid in terms of electricity, in terms of water, and even the toilet is off-grid. And the good thing about it is you are not gonna have any bills.
Right, definitely. Right, Matthias, so why don't we go inside to the house and see what you have in there? We're excited.
Sure. These are our different furniture that has been partially made from repurposed material. If you look inside here, you see the charge controller for the solar system. The solar is actually charging at this point in time, and I can show this to you. If I switch a switch here, for example, you will see the fan over there. We have a mini fan that will be switched on and it will start running. Already now, even though the sun is not shining completely on the roof, it's already charging the battery back. Now, if you look here downstairs, the floor is GRM material. That's the name of the company. It's repurposed pine waste that has been used for this material. So it's partially recycled as well. Then here we have the shower and the toilet. Now the interesting thing here is this is an eco-loo. This eco-loo is actually made in Malaysia. It is completely off-grid as well. There is no sewerage piping. There are bacteria inside and it will be turned into fertilizer. Here is a pipe. The pipe actually goes to the outside so you avoid smell as well. So, and then here we have the shower up there. The rainwater that we are harvesting on the roof gets stored over there, and here is the shower. Here is my living room. My bed is made from recycled and recovered wood. Here is my table. The table can easily be folded down so you have more space. We installed a skylight with the idea of getting additional light and as well to get additional air circulation. We've had problems with the skylight. One of the problems is the waterproofing is very difficult. We still have got some little amount of water seeping through when there is a heavy rain. So we're actually thinking of sealing off the skylight, even though we have used tinting there, eco tint, that has reduced the amount of heat coming through the skylight, but it's still substantial. So we are experimenting once we seal it off, how much will that help to drop the temperature. This pipe up there is from the toilet to create the air vent, so you've got any smells being extracted. And actually this little moving air vent, I don't know what you call it, hat at the top, the green one there, is like a crown of a king. If there's a little bit of wind, it nicely circulates. We will install that as well for the main room because it helps with the extraction of the hot air. We are going to test that as well for the living room because it helps with some nice air circulation and air venting in the bathroom. But this is the rainwater harvesting system. You can see up there the holes in the roof. The roof is slightly slanted, so the rainwater runs down to this side. Those holes, put it in those pipes, and here at this point we have the first point of cleaning. The dirty water will continue to flush down here. Then we capture the first 3 liters of the partially cleaned water in here. Why? Because when it starts raining, you might still have some bird poo on the roof and stuff like that. So the first couple of liters that are coming through are still maybe acidic and dirty. We catch them here and then they go into this box. This will look nicer for the future versions. This is inside is the water filtration system. And we have tried to keep it simple and cheap. So these are a bucket system, but inside is a Panasonic water filter that we bought in a normal Malaysian shop, and we put it inside there. Then you have the pipe down here. It goes to the storage inside of the tiny home, and that is the water that you use for the shower. Once that's done, we will actually do a test whether it's drinking water quality. So that is currently as well some of the experiential changes that we are making.
Sure, Matthias, that sounds interesting. That sounds really interesting. Right, so Matthias, you know, you've spoken a lot about greenery and also how we can implement all this green technology into our daily living, right? But I think Malaysians, we are really concerned about costs, right? Every time we hear the word green, we're like, oh, maybe it's expensive, you know? So I think our viewers are interested to know, how much did you spend on this whole project? We had mostly the materials being contributed by our sponsors who participated. So it's a bit difficult to calculate the exact cost. I think we're talking about 70 to 80,000 ringgit. But the future, the volunteers that have helped with building the house, they are setting up a company and they will mass manufacture it. And the target price
for a home this size with all the included solar, the rainwater harvesting is 50,000 ringgit. The only thing that I think you will need to replace is the battery in the solar system.
I see.
That one you will have to replace after a couple of years because the performance will go down. But the solar panel itself will last you 25, 30 years easily.
Wow, that's a long time. So you don't have to replace it all the time, right? Okay.
So you don't really have any bills ongoing. So I think that makes green living extremely affordable and as well comfortable in the sense of you can move around with it. One thing about this house is everything we sourced here locally. I didn't want to source anything from overseas so that everybody can have the confidence, you know, you can actually even do it yourself.
Definitely, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Matthias, for your tip on how we can live in a greener environment. And we're really excited to see on phase 2, which we're working on, sometime in August, September, right? And we'll come back to see your phase 2 of your product.
Yes.
Right.
That one will even be on a trailer.
Wow.
That one we plan to move all over Malaysia to show all the great local green technology to the young generation.
Right, definitely.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Matthias. All right.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Matthias Gelber, international speaker and environmental activist. Please stay tuned to our page as we speak to more different personalities for our Virtual Property Expo 2017.